Hey, what's up, guys? To Intuitive 717, I am back with another reading. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. As always, Mega Good Vibes is chilling today, so we're going to dive into some messages around the Divine Masculine Collective. I'm getting burnt bridges here. So I don't know what that is all about, but I do feel like it has to do with because I'm getting a regret energy, and it's like they've burnt bridges with you and they feel regrets around that. Okay. And I'm also getting for many of the masculines, like they're really going through it. Okay. In terms of the dark night of the soul, they could be having a lot of dreams about you, what they remember, and awakening card. And I feel like the more they awaken, the more painful it is, because it is a painful experience. You definitely shed parts of yourself that make you feel like you're vulnerable. People that you feel closely connected to, all of a sudden you don't feel that connection with them anymore, but you have to put on a mask because you can't explain to them what's going on. Okay, so a lot of them could be feeling like they're outgrowing relationships. And I'm also seeing too, like the heaviness with the dark night of the soul, like it really is a choice on how you handle it. And, many people will stumble sometimes and they will use, a lot of substances to really try to create a feeling of good energy around them all the time. And substances, guys, I'm hearing like it could have a lot to do with smoking, drinking, but I'm also picking up heavily on social media and like big crowds. Okay, so many of the masculines may be very drawn to just being out and about right now, hanging out, having a good time. And what I'm getting with that is like a tsunami wave of like, they just want a tsunami wave to drown out all of their emotions regarding this journey, a lot of the regret that they feel. Like for some reason, your energy keeps coming up. Whatever you're doing, Divine Feminine, it's really, really triggering them to, I feel like, just burst open. It's like they want to do it creatively, but some of them are really struggling to do it in a healthy way. That's what I'm getting. Okay, they may need like isolation and solitude, but that's where the substances come in, because with isolation and solitude, they're going to have to be alone with some of their thoughts, some of the memories that are going to come up. They don't want to be alone with those things. Okay, so they would rather just be off having a good time right now, because sometimes, remember, an awakening, it's not a beautiful experience. It really can feel like you are alone walking through the tunnel. And like if you guys are not in communication right now with your counterpart, they're definitely using a lot of things to try to get them through the awakening right now. Because with the awakening, before you can experience growth, you have to face a lot of the dark stuff. And a lot of the times you have to face it in isolation, because a lot of the healing comes through like our body, right? Our body has to shed through tears. So our body will shed a lot of the emotions and trauma that we experience through tears. But a lot of the times when you're numbing that out with substances or big crowds of people, social media, you keep giving yourself serotonin hits. So it's like you keep reinforcing happy feelings so that you don't actually have to face that feeling of breaking down. And that's what I feel like many of your masculines could be afraid of right now. And they specifically feel like very alone because they're not connected to you right now. And for many of you in the Divine Feminine energy, like I really don't want you guys to take that as a cue to go reaching out or, like I feel like Source is like, hey, listen, like this is my tough love, don't interfere, like this is God's tough love. That's why many of you have really you've gone off on a completely different path. Like when I say the Divine Feminines have really experienced a feeling of like leveling up in their lives, this was so that you would not interfere in this process, because I do feel like many of them, they've got to go through this process of making that decision, right? And sometimes making the decision is, do I make the decision to hermit and be with myself and face these thoughts and heal? And a lot of them don't want to do it because the healing involves a lot of crying, and they don't want to go to that place, okay? And it's very, very scary for a lot of the Divine Masculines that are going through this, because, for many of them, it can go very, very deep. A lot of the addictions too go very, very deep, because sometimes they get to that place of awakening to what it is they have experienced or been through, and then they will go through a lot of cycles of like woulda, shoulda, coulda, and many of them really struggle to kind of get over the hill after that point. I feel like that's the point where many of them, then they will just kind of get up and, hit their phone, or, hit a joint, like whatever, hit the bottle, whatever the case is. But yeah, it's a slow, painful journey for a lot of them, that I am feeling. And it's even more painful that they don't have their torch, like even just being on like good terms with you. They feel also like a sense of betrayal by you, that you've actually gone off and found happiness. Like there's a sense of this isn't fair. This isn't fair that you aren't going through as much pain as I am. Like this is many of your masculines like experiencing the heartbreak of losing you as well, is what I'm getting for a lot of them. I'm hearing the word selfish as well. It's like they're giving themselves permission to be very selfish, and like I'm getting this like F it all energy. So right now they don't care. Okay, we have spy, watching, inspecting. Okay, they could be keeping a close eye on you as well. We do have air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be significant. This could be you, divine feminines, or it could be your divine masculine here. This is about making sure that they at least have like some kind of spark, because I'm seeing like, when you have a lighter and the lighter's out, but that you can at least make it flicker just like a tiny bit. I feel like the spying and the watching is that tiny flicker of light that they hold on to in case of emergencies. And if this is an air sign, like they are definitely heavy into like keeping a close eye on you, and they could be overanalyzing everything that you're doing. I feel like if you post a picture showing that you're doing something or you're happy, or they might want to do it like 10 times harder than what you're doing to show you that they're not being affected by this energy. But I feel like really they are being affected by the energy very heavily, and you as their feminine counterpart, you can obviously feel this. Okay, and I feel like many of you in the divine feminine energy, you could be also feeling that satisfaction of wanting to express yourself also, of like, hey, listen, like this is your part of the journey, deal with it. Like I want to enjoy my inner peace. Like check out Mega right now. That's the divine feminine collective. Like I'm enjoying my inner peace right now, even if you are going through the dark night of the soul. And that's why someone feels like, they maybe burnt bridges with you. They didn't treat you right. A lot of past regret and hurt is coming up for the masculine collective as well. Okay, what else do we have for their current energy? What else are they going through that they maybe are hesitant to reveal, but you're picking up on anyway, divine feminine? What else are they going through in this dark night of the soul energy? Okay, so we have karma, balance, and justice taking place. And this is the part of you enjoying your inner peace like this. Look at the toe stretch and everything. This is the feeling of many of you not having to feel weighed down or too pulled down, or at least not for long. I feel like that bounce back game is really strong right now for you as well, divine feminines, because, like you both share energy, right? But you're getting better and better at either protecting your energy, guarding your energy, staying very balanced as all of this karma shifts and it unfolds. Okay, I'm seeing a mask, right? As much as someone is out there faking it till they make it, they're just playing the game as best as they can, whereas you aren't playing the game anymore. Maybe you've gone off and created, your own ventures, a better game. Maybe it's not even a game. Maybe it's a business venture. Okay, so whatever it is, divine feminine, I feel like, you've really gone into this higher self-activation mode where you're unbothered. Even with her blowing the dust, you're keeping the dusties away from you, maybe. I'm hearing dust yourself off. I'm also seeing like a field of like protection around many of you as well, divine feminines, as you enjoy this inner peace. I feel like nothing is going to interfere with it. I'm also getting like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but like I'm getting this sabotage energy coming from your masculines. It's like whatever you're doing, I feel like they're trying so hard not to be bothered by your level of freedom or happiness, but there's some envy there that I'm feeling from them as well. So much to the point that it's making them just lash out. They don't care. They're not taking care of their body. They're not taking care of their health. We have unexpected storm. Yeah, so whatever you're doing, it's like you keep causing these like little mini dark night of the souls or tower moments, because again, somebody spent a lot of time burning those bridges with you. And these are memories that are coming up for this person as well at this time, is that like they're not all innocent in all of this. There were times where they're realizing that they caused the friction. They intentionally caused the hurt and pain. I feel also too, what's unexpected is they never thought that the energy or the spirit of remorse would ever creep up on them. They really did think that they were going to, I feel like they never thought that they were going to get this awakening or this higher self activation. A lot of your masculines were operating on an autopilot, okay, just based off of like ego. This is the way you're taught to be with women and how you're supposed to be in relationships. And I feel like they let the worst of that energy get to them, and they laid it out all on you. And I feel like for whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you're being protected with this balance and karma card, because there is no victim mentality in any of this. Like, you've endured what you've endured, and you have alchemized instead of, like, I'm feeling like someone took a hit while they were down. You alchemized, and your guides helped you along the way. So many of you are being rewarded with a lot of this inner peace right now, because you chose maybe not to like fight back in any way, or wish any like ill upon your divine masculine. Many of you really had to go through a very long period of your life where you had to take a hit while you were down, and now I feel like they are going through the detours. Divine intervention is taking place, and divine intervention is taking place in the form of burning down a lot of their environments, relationships, and they feel it. Like, even though many of them may look like it appears on the outside as though they are having a good time, pay attention to the finer details. Having a good time, but then destroying their physical vessel at the same time. Okay, so they're showing you, Divine Feminine, they're not afraid to be raw in front of you either, right? Because that's why I'm feeling this very like rebellious energy. It's like they're wanting to show you all of the hurt that they're going through. And I feel like you're like, oh, now you want to pout about it. I'm getting that fool for love. Then you disappear for weeks to pout. How many times could I pack? Okay, so many of you had this really back and forth thing for a long time with whoever this masculine was. It took you a lot to get up and move forward, Divine Feminine, but you did it, and you alchemized, and now it's like they want to pout about your glow up. No pun intended, huh? You might be the one pouting, or you have nice pouty lips. Maybe many of you could be on your lip liner game. I don't know why I'm being called to say that. A lot of you could be wearing nice lipsticks, or something about your lips looking nice, or your lip liner, or something like that. Yeah, that's what this whole glow up thing too, Divine Feminines. A lot of you are experiencing a lot of this glow up energy because you are being awarded or rewarded with a lot of time, a lot of good energy coming through, social events, social gatherings, being surrounded by people who appreciate you, who want to do good things for you, who want to do nice things for you. And I feel too, Divine Feminines, like a lot of you had to go through a really long period of being very isolated, feeling at one point as well in your life like the most meaningful friendships you had in your life were starting to, crumble or fade away. And, maybe certain relationships that you had with family members were starting to experience a lot of friction. And, at one point you were very, very alone on this journey, and you called out for assistance, and you received it. It's like you knew what to do. Some of you carry a lot of High Priestess energy where you just don't know how you go about, pulling yourself up out of, the deep end, but somehow you just know what to do. You follow the guidance is what I'm getting. And now your divine masculines are, I feel like, craving for a moment to connect with you, because first of all, they want to show you some of the growth that they've experienced, but I feel like mainly they just want a chance to let you speak and like I'm hearing release as well. Like if it's one thing, I feel like you guys have not been in touch with each other for a very long time, but that doesn't change the fact that you guys haven't missed a beat on each other's lives every single step of the way, okay? And I feel like if your masculine could reach out, and maybe they have in subtle ways, because I do feel like you two are going back and forth about it spiritually or energetically or telepathically, like just kind of throwing, I don't know, like throwing little hints and clues about where it is you're at on the journey and how far it is you've come. Because I'm hearing like, look at you now, or look at me now. I was hearing, look at me now. I don't know why I'm getting that. Look at me now, or look at you now. Gosh, this energy is so heavy. You'll get through it, divine masculines, but I feel like a lot of you are avoiding that very thing that you need to do, which is to release. That could be the tears I was picking up on earlier. Okay, yeah, there it is. Can't make that stuff up, guys. Literally, they need to do that release, which is they need to be in solitude, because a lot of like the healing that they're gonna do, I feel like they try to go into solitude, but what they're not realizing is like they still try to hold on to like a group of people around for moral support, and the universe is saying, hey, listen, the freedom that you're looking for is in the darkness, right? The freedom that you're looking for is in the darkness, because I am in the darkness. Okay, because I feel like that's what God is like saying to them. That's what Source is saying to them. The universe is saying to them. You're not going to find it by holding on to a crowd of people around you. You got to get out of your comfort zone and be alone. Okay, South Node, it's like they're really afraid to move towards their purpose, because part of moving towards their purpose is experiencing some of the thoughts in isolation. Okay, many of them too could be doing like everything to avoid home. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's like working long hours or just being out and about, because like for some reason your comfort zone or wherever you're supposed to feel is your safe space is not. They feel like their safe space is the divine feminines. I can't even deny that message. And that's what's so like, you know, irritating for this masculine and pulling them in every single direction. Someone feels exhausted as well, just trying to keep an eye on you. They could feel exhausted just trying to reach for you in some way. You know, it's like, you know, when you try to energetically reach for someone and it's like days go by and it's like you wish your phone would light up with a message from them or a clue or a hint or something that they still have this you know, connection. They still feel this connection. That's what I feel like someone's exhausted over. All right, guys, I'm going to end off this message and we're going to see what they're feeling in their heart space right now that they really just want you to know. Okay, let's just keep going till one flies out. Just one or two cards to work with. Okay, all right, there we go. So we do have the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate, and they could be feeling with everything that they're going through that they now understand that there is a tie to your soul, and it's gonna be this way. There's always gonna be that attraction. And I'm also hearing like renews attraction as well. Like the attraction just keeps renewing itself. Whoever you are, divine feminine, you're beautiful. Like, I must say that they've seen you lately and it's just so damn triggering to see you look as beautiful as like the most beautiful that you ever have. And I'm also seeing too, like, I keep getting throwback. Will you not nibble on those flowers? Huh? Would you try to sneak a little nibble on the flowers? Huh? All right. You might be looking like a beautiful flower and they keep trying to sneak peeks at you. What was I going to say? You made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, they may have seen you look as like the most beautiful that you ever have before. And something about that is like very, very triggering to them. I'm also like feeling like someone's losing control. Like if they can't see you or be with you or be next to you or be close to you, they're going to lose it. Okay? Searching for connection, but that connection is never going to feel like it does, you know, with anybody else. I think I recently shared a reading where they are having trouble connecting with other women the way they would with you, because what they're starting to realize is, you know, they've grown. Like all of that superficial stuff, like it is it doesn't even matter anymore. They are attracted to your soul, like your energy, your beauty, your style. Nobody else can carry that, right? Like I feel like they may be, oh, okay. Yeah, they may be around, sorry guys, I'm about to end off the reading. Let me just get her away from there. Okay, what I'm trying to say is like, somebody's growing, okay? I feel like when they're around other women, it's like they see them as like robots. What's that movie with Ryan Gosling and he ends up falling in love with Anna Armas? It's one of my favorite songs is Fainted. I think it's like in the soundtrack by Narvin. One of my favorite songs just to listen to is by Narvin. But it reminds me of that. Like that's how he's seeing other women is just, it's like robotic. Everybody fits the same mold, you know, like factory made. But you, divine feminine, you're not. You're real. You're that real connection. Everybody else is caught up, but you're not caught up, and that is what he misses the most. It's like that true human connection that he feels with you. So, all right, guys, that is the energy that I'm picking up on. If you guys would like a personal session, hit me up over at hipsy.com. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next reading. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.